Hello and welcome back to the second part of Slippery When Wet today. Hello if you're on YouTube and hello if you're on Twitch, but hello differently. Where we left off last, the party was just leaving the Ice Cube tavern. They'd exited the building in an uneasy acquaintanceship, and they travelled their way down to the sort of area that they're heading to at the docks. And there they find themselves, unsure of exactly where they're going to go next, but they're thinking about it. Perfect. What do you have in your mouth, Lucky? Is it dice or is it gum?
It's dice.
It's dice. I will give you an extra 40 gold. I will give you an extra gold based on every dice you can fit in your mouth.
How many of you have in there currently? 3.
3? You could do more.
Please,
What
please
is
take
that
them
crunching
out.
noise?
Please take them. Lucky! Lucky!
No, an extra gold.
Keep going.
7.
We like to eat with Lucky.
Lucky.
And when we eat with Lucky, he gets it down in.
That was 8.
This is...
He's doing really well.
Can you please grab a couple of tissues?
Yes.
Ishak might be very rich by the end of this. Yeah, go for chipmunk. If you like stretch your cheek, you can get more in.
Please don't swallow any of them.
I agree. That's very nuanced, Lucky.
Hey, if you swallow it and then you have to shit it out, you can roll in the toilet, and if you roll like a nat 20, that's just a good shit.
What? I'm horrified, but like.
I'm kind of impressed.
So, roll for colon damage.
Is that a concept?
I actively shoved around the sides of my mouth,
Yeah.
so I didn't swallow them.
How many?
1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13, 14.
Add 14 gold to your
The
character.
thing
Nice.
that's crazy to me is that Lockie put 3 d4s in
Yeah.
each.
Pick the spikiest.
Well, it's because they're also the smallest.
Yeah.
So I can maximize my gold output.
How many was that? 14?
Yep.
I could.
And that's without me using like the actual. I only shoved them around my teeth, so I didn't swallow them.
I
That
could
means
do.
you could get more.
I could do better.
You reckon?
Not today.
How is that a guarantee you're willing to make for your campaign on Friday that if Connor fits more
Nope,
time?
nope.
So, you
Go
find
for
yourselves
No.
at the end of the day. The sun has set, as it would have set around like 8, 9 o'clock sort of thing. And you find yourselves here around 10-ish o'clock. Currently, Flair does have directions to the gunpowder, but you are unsure whether you would take those directions on board or not, because Kai and Ishak are still untrustworthy. Not untrustworthy, but untrusting.
They are pretty untrustworthy, I think.
I am very untrustworthy.
I'm not even sure that Ishak trusts Kiko all that much.
No.
I was here first. That's all I'm saying. Okay? So, I want to be your friend. I don't understand all the uptightness. If you tell me your darkest secret, I'll tell you mine. I might even help you. I'm a very helpful person.
Oh my god.
You can ask Carl and Terrence. Actually, you don't want to ask Terrence. It'll sort of spaghettify your brain.
I want to say,
What?
if I tell you, will you keep it secret?
I'm very good at keeping secrets.
A deception roll, or are you actually?
No, I'm being very honest.
Okay.
I'm going to betray the party.
I was about to say. Maybe later. I was gonna say, one time I set fire to an entire village for not paying tax.
What?
Do you actually say that or no?
No.
No.
It just says maybe later.
Okay.
Later? In your room or mine?
Which direction would the party like to go?
I'm sorry, I can't help it. I'm flirtatious by nature.
Oh my god.
Unless you don't. You know.
Do they get polite denial? No.
I have that never back down attitude.
Never what?
Never back down, never what? Never give up.
Look, it's up to you guys where you want to go, I am taking a hands-off approach now.
Well, you want the right?
Yep, that is what I want.
Well, Flair, you said you know where to get some of the powder that goes.
Gunpowder.
Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
Why don't we start there?
Sure. We ready to go?
Where are we going?
To get gunpowder.
Yeah, but like, what's the direction?
The sewer. You have a cat down beside you, by the way.
What should we expect when we go down there? Are there little critters? Are there big critters?
This warehouse has sort of like a false floor. So, on the top level, it's a warehouse, but then it goes. Is there like a staircase or something, or just there's a staircase that goes down to the same level as the sewer,
Oh.
and then you can get into the sewer, and that's kind of where they do their smuggling trade.
And smuggling is when you give stuff or you trade stuff not through conventional means, right?
Why are you looking at me?
I don't know.
I don't know what that
Yes.
word is.
Oh.
It's like, yes, taxation without representation.
It's yes. It's not good,
Do they have any pretty or shiny things?
probably.
Can I have some of the pretty and shiny things?
If
I
you
whisper.
can take them without them noticing, yeah.
Hey Carl, we're gonna get some pretty and shiny things.
Yeah, mate.
You know what would look good on you, honestly? If we get like a nice big bracelet that has like a lot of jewels on it, we could honestly fit it around your neck maybe, so you have like a cool choker.
I was thinking that too. I was thinking the exact same thing. We're on such a wavelength,
I
mate.
know, this is why we work so well. I give him a little kiss on the forehead.
He bows down and accepts it.
I love Carl.
Love you too, little mate. And he sort of bumps you on the ear.
Carl's like my
That's where
longest
he is.
friend.
So,
Are we off?
We're following you. You know the way to the.
Okay.
You know the way.
would you like to suggest entering from the top of the warehouse or from the sewer side of the warehouse?
From the suicide.
Oh.
So
Oh!
you go to the docks, and Ren and Ishak have been here before. As you know, along the docks there are these like big sort of like tunnel entrances that are intake into a larger heating chamber for a sort of desalination chamber. That I don't know. I don't think you ever went there in the end, but you've heard of it at least because of the book, I will say. And actually, it's the same one that you entered before. So you enter it and you travel up it, and the snail sort of emits a dull light. And could someone roll me a perception check at the table? Just one party perception check, as whoever's got best or whoever would
Go,
like to
Ren!
Go. One.
You cat under you, Holly.
With the power of maths, it'll become a decent roll. 15.
15. Excellent.
It was a 3.
Hello, Kitty.
Well, the first hurdle you've got to overcome is that the same one that you had last time of actually getting into this sewer from above it. Because there's a big hole in the wall that allows the water and has these walkways on either side of it. But you are currently standing on the dock, and the sewer is underneath.
I see.
Oh yeah, I did this before, and I faced up across to where I need to be.
You do the thing where you like jump out and fall a little bit so you can get eye line. Bam for cross.
Pretty sure I
You did jump last
jumped. Can I
time.
jump again?
Give me an athletics roll.
How did
Not the
you
highest
do
DC,
that?
don't worry. And you've got very good athletics.
Sorry, so there's like a...
You're at the edge of the dock,
Yeah.
and there's this tunnel entrance here.
Mm-hmm.
And it's got two walkways on either side, but they don't extend out further than the tunnel. And in the middle of those walkways is where the water enters the sewer. And you're trying to get in.
I'm not sure I understand. So the actual pipe itself is, what, not close enough to the dock?
No, it's on the dock. You're here. So there's the dock, you're here, and you're trying to get in here.
So the
Oh,
pipe
okay.
doesn't protrude past like the edge of the dock at all, really?
Yeah, exactly.
Okay.
Okay, I just climb down. I just climb down. Yeah.
Athletics roll.
I got an 8.
You got an 8. You try and do the jump thing.
Yeah, I hit last time.
You jump down and you sort of swing across, and well, essentially, no matter what you do, your foot sort of doesn't like quite catch, and you sort of like manage to hold on to some of the vine and stuff that's on the side, but your left foot gets dipped in the water as it doesn't quite, but you can pull yourself up and it's fine. And aesthetically, you have a wet left leg. But decent enough. You are in the sewer successfully.
Given that Kai's a very dexy guy,
Mhm.
is it possible for me to add a little bit of parkour onto it
Absolutely.
and do it for an acrobatics roll?
You can.
Okay, so that would be, I rolled a natural 13, so that would be plus 6 to that, so
Perfect.
19 for me. So I'd like to just kind of swing myself down and just try and like slingshot my way, jump in between.
Absolutely.
Um,
And such happens.
Excellent, thank you.
I like look down and I'm like, how do I?
Kiko, if you jump down where I can like reach your hand and touch you, I can teleport you to me.
I thought you're just going to try and catch.
No.
Okay.
But like you gotta like touch my hand. Like you can't.
Okay, I'll sort of like I'll face the edge and then I'll like turn around to like look away from like the dock side to where the pipe would be. And then I'll just sort of like just do a quick okay, and then just sort of like backstep and then like pin drop down. And
Fully
like
trusting. Like, Kiko's just like, alright. So, like, no
Okay.
hesitation whatsoever.
and then like hold my hand out to try and grab Ren.
As soon as my hand touches Kiko, like I don't need to hold it or anything. I teleport her just onto one of the.
Roll me a incredibly low DC sleight of hand. What's your bonus?
It's a sleight of hand.
Yeah.
+1.
Plus 1? Okay, yeah. Roll me then, because it's possible. Is it above a 5?
It is a 5 on the dot.
5 on the dot does make it. Like it's a pretty breakneck maneuver, but clip and then.
Oh.
I'm gonna
Wait.
jump down.
Jump down.
Yeah, do like this swing thing.
Excellent. That would be an acrobatics roll.
Wait, roll a con save if you see someone. I'm spraying right now.
If your athletics is higher,
Oh, no,
athletics
it's the same. Never mind.
is acceptable.
12.
Yeah, so I make it.
23.
My spell DC is
Swing down the
16.
same.
You sneeze.
I
Seeing
sneeze.
Kai, following suit. A very excellent maneuver.
Bless you.
And the other thing is that it is already quite dark, and you're now entering these tunnels, which is additionally dark. But Ren does have a glowing snail on their head, so there is a faint, very faint light around you all. You can see each other and stuff, but down the tunnel, very dark. And even outside the tunnel and sort of this entrance is already a little difficult to perceive.
Can I use burning hands as like a light source?
Not long term.
No.
Burning hands is a very...
Produce flame.
Can I produce flame then?
You can produce flame.
I can produce it at will.
Is it just like a ball in your hand?
That's cool.
Then absolutely.
Wow.
And
I'll go first, I'm assuming.
Well, you know the way.
Exactly.
Yeah.
And
Who would
Flare
have thought water and fire would get along so well?
leads the way.
I'll be right behind Flare.
But yeah, I'll be right.
So,
No, I just got dark vision.
Do
I don't.
I'm with Kai being like, I'm guiding you. Don't worry. I got you.
you can see better.
It's okay. Hold
But
my
only
I
hand.
do have a
days.
torch that I could just.
In,
But
Like
I-
a
I'd like it
grayscale?
just funny.
Yeah, hold my hand. I got
Can
you. We
I-
can go.
notice
Red,
any
it's so dark in
sign
here.
of people in the sewer or something in the sewer?
Interesting you mention that. So before Ren had rolled a 15 for like the group's perception level.
That's so sad. I rolled a 3, guys. I'm so sorry.
You tried.
That's you rolled a 3.
On the dice and it turned into a 15.
That's crazy. That's
Sorry,
cracked at Fortnite, my guy.
I can't get under 10 if I don't roll an one.
That's excellent. So you enter this sewer, and you get to the same point that Ishak and Ren were at before. This room with a bunch of 4 doors, with 4 other tunnels that split off from it. And you know that there's the one that you went down before. The snails that you saw before, by the way, are no longer there. But there's the tunnel that you went down before. And Flair knows that the tunnel to the... just directly to your right is the tunnel you want to go on.
Are there any, like, rats or anything, like, scurrying about in the sewers? Or any, like, little cockroaches or something?
Swarms of beetle.
Roll me a perception check.
Oh, the charred
Not-
edges.
Also,
No, go.
I was just gonna say I can't see that there's any sort of movement or anything.
Firstly this, then that, because there is an answer to that.
A 10, but that becomes a 9.
Yeah!
Not particularly. You can hear occasionally there's like a drip or a scatter, but they mostly don't enjoy your presence and stay away from you.
I will whisper with my speak with animals ability. Be like,
Excuse me, Mr. Rats, Mrs. Rats. Are there any bad people down here?
A rat is within earshot of you and whispered on the wind back. You hear a simple yes, and then the scurry away.
Thank you, bye.
As you go along, as where you are currently, there is also a sort of increased... You can hear the movements of water behind you, suggesting a presence.
behind us?
Behind you. So you're now a bit into this sewer, and you can hear the sound of water being pushed around behind you. So yes, that is the additional presence that you hear and the additional information you have. You have a sort of set of options before you now. Do you choose to continue into the sewer? Do you choose to deal with the sound behind you?
Can I tell how far away this movement is? Is it, like, very far away?
The way that the sewer is, with the stone of the walls around you and above you, you can tell that you can tell that distance is a little hard to gauge as things sound closer than they are with the echoes and reverberations. But you can't see it.
Can I just send an Eldritch Blast behind me then? Just sort of like kind of aimed for the middle to hopefully hit something?
Sure. Sure.
Disadvantage, I guess, because I can't see what I'm doing.
Yeah.
Cool.
Give me an attack roll.
One was really good, one was very average. 14.
14. Kiko, in the silence of this sewer, hears this. It's like a bubble beam, so.
Yeah.
And then as the energy of it. Yeah.
It's like it's like bubbles that kind of like flow out of my finger, and then they sort of join together, and then.
I'm just, you got me on the.
That is. It's canon now. Sorry.
Yeah. Yeah.
And you hear. Fuck. As roll me a perception check as you've been checking down this way, and your bubble beam sort of lights the path slightly. You see the silhouette of a shape that, and you hear the sound of the water sort of moving in a faster tempo, but this time back out.
Can I shoot my second beam?
Sure.
I got 2 beams.
To beat the shit out of a random guy.
Yeah. 12.
12. Can you roll me damage for your first one and your second one as well? Because it might matter
Sure.
since you're doing both of them.
Also, if they do hit, their speed is reduced by 10 feet per shot. So, it just if it matters for anything.
Oh fuck! I just realized.
Does it apply to constructs?
Yeah. Hang on, I'll double check.
Okay. Roll your damage while you do that as well, if you please. Because again, it might not matter.
13 plus 8. 13 plus 8. 20.
21.
21 damage. 21. And their speed's reduced by 20 feet if they both hit. It's 10 feet per shot.
Well, you hear the again, this vague silhouette lighting up down the way, and the sound of water sort of being pushed a lot more fervorishly now, but as you presume with your beams, they're not moving nearly as quickly as they anticipate they would.
Just as you reduce a creature's speed by 10 feet. So, yes, it would apply, I guess. I don't know.
Would it apply to a boat?
If it's a creature, yes. If it's not a creature, then no.
Okay, well then it doesn't slow down its pace.
So it's a boat.
Is it going closer to us or further away?
Further away from you now, as you hear quiet muffling of alarm and go, go, go.
There's bad people behind us.
Can I fire 2 Eldritch Blasts as well then?
Yeah!
Okay, can I just shoot down my... Can I just use burning hands?
What's range of burning hands? Because they're
15 foot.
15 foot? You can, but you're aware they're not within 15 foot of you.
Never mind then.
Cool.
But yeah, you could just shoot down at this boat as well. And anyone else who wishes to can take a sort of like...
Kai's sticking to the plan of
we-
being quiet. Kai is
Why are
sticking to the plan of being quiet.
Can Ren look?
Ren can look.
With. That's what Ren would do.
I'm making my attacking disadvantage, right?
Okay,
Yes,
well,
it
I'm
does.
just...
13 hit?
Yes.
Cool.
Why are we killing this thing?
Because we're being snuck up on. Kinko's distracting.
Fuck
It's
off.
probably the dude from the inn.
Mm.
I rolled a 5, so it's only a 16.
But you... So, Lucky?
That is 7 force damage on the first.
Oh my
And they're
God.
pushed 10 foot away.
Wait, so I'm slowing them down and you're pushing them away?
Actually, no, they're pulled closer. I pull them.
Okay.
Because I pull them closer so I can hit them with a stick. So they're pulled back 10 foot.
Okay.
And I'm gonna hit
Yo,
them again.
our Eldritch Blast combos are nasty.
Damn.
That's an 11, 17 to hit.
Yep.
I
That's,
slow and you bring them
another
closer?
5
God,
force
we're
damage as they're pulled another 10 foot closer.
How much damage in total?
So it was 5 plus the 7, so 12 more damage.
12 more damage. You hear a... like, please. You hear that again, the flowing of this water and the flicking of sort of moisture about as into your actual light. Ren, you do see.
Oh, Gigi?
Well, because it's been lit up twice now. It's essentially got bisexual lighting on it with, with the blues and the reds.
Yeah, it's
sort
a
of
fire.
lighting it up.
Mm.
As this rowboat laden with, like, do you know one of those flatboats that's like a bit wide and a bit long, so that it can contain goods and stuff on it? And these two, one sort of ferryman and one currently just sort of manning the bow, the bowman is closest to you because the boat was originally traveling in your direction.
Mm-hmm.
You see a boat laden with goods.
Do I see like the people that are on it?
You do see. You see all that I've described just there.
Okay.
And anything else you wish to question.
Um.
Something else you do see with these two blasts is it's also been dragged closer and slowed down as this afraid little woman.
Does it look
Based.
like you've seen
Nice.
me or
Good
Kai?
combo.
I know, that's really good.
Because
Oh.
we. Have you hit anything?
No.
But you're holding a flame, aren't you?
You are within a light source. You have the snail
Okay.
and the flame, but it was
Me
sort of
and Kai-
around a corner a little bit as
Me
well.
and Kai are trying to be quiet.
Would you like to roll stealth checks for me for this
Would love
specific
to.
situation?
Would love-
Okay, well, if
I
we were-
assumed we were being stealthy anyway, but apparently no.
But for this one, would you like to roll a stealth check for just this situation here?
Yeah.
Wait. Could I say
Okay, if you
that,
want.
like, if we were being stealthy for the whole time, I would have given Kai the blessing of the trickster, which
I would have
That's
been
cool.
stealthy for the whole time, regardless of what anybody
That's
else
cool,
is doing.
that's cool.
So I
Blessing
don't
a
know
trickster.
if that's...
so you get advantage.
I should have specified very simply.
Meanwhile, the two
That's okay.
tieflings just go ham.
Blood for blood, God!
Your DC to beat is 15.
I don't like being surprised.
15 exactly for me.
15?
Yeah.
Could you...
Oh fuck, you don't make
To be fair,
Yeah.
I am standing right next to Ren. I don't have dark vision, so Ren is guiding me through. So I would assume Kai would just kind of stick to the shadows, be able to like track the path.
I am way smaller.
Would you like to roll a stealth check as well? Did you roll one already? What was it? 14? Ah.
I rolled a 3.
Dang.
Well, the way that the corner is positioned currently, I'll say, You're on the walkway, and Ren and Flair are both lit up and sort of a little around the corner, whereas Kai is still very much hidden with the corner, meaning that you two get seen and Kai does not, as this boat. But another thing that you see on the boat as it comes closer and into the light of your own guys' produced light, is a hole in the front of the boat
Nice.
that's slowly untaking water.
Do these guys look like aggressive or anything?
They look fearful mostly with their... They weren't anticipating this, as you can tell from their disposition and general panicked nature around your guys' arrival to the scene. So that they look like a spider. They're as afraid of you, possibly not as you are of them, but still...
I'm scared of spiders.
Do they look like smugglers?
Did you say we recognize them?
No.
Okay. What did they look like?
Random Joe Blows from what
Okay.
you can see.
What's on the boat?
Crates and boxes, currently closed to your knowledge.
Is the boat close enough for me to jump onto it?
The boat is sort of like gently traveling towards you. As what they're doing with their motions and movements is just trying to get away as much as they can. They sort of got a distance away, and then they got in firstly, and then they tried to turn around a little bit, but you pulled them closer. So I'd say they're about like 25 feet from you now, having just emerged into your aura of light as produced by the flame of flare. So 25 feet.
Can I run up and jump on the boat?
You can roll me a cheeky initiative. It won't apply to much, but just like but if boat gets to run away or if you get to...
Do I roll
Go
initiative
first.
as well, or just Ishak?
Just Ishak for this one, because I imagine this is going to be over pretty quick.
Nice.
14.
14 absolutely beats them. You can... Ishak... and lands on the front of the boat, presuming that's where you want to be.
What do the two guys on the boat look like? They're both guys? Or?
They're both guys. They've got like beanies and cold weather gear, generally darker in color. A lot of this boat is sort of darker, like painted sort of this navy blue sort of thing. And that's what you can see.
Would I know them?
No.
What's in the box, boys?
What's in the box?
As you stand on the front of this boat, at the base of your feet, you can feel water slowly like coming in onto the boat. It's just goods and stuff, sir. Yeah. I'm gonna roll a... No, okay. This man sort of seems instantly obedient in fear. It's just goods and stuff, sir. I'm to deliver it up the...
In the sewers? You are delivering goods into the sewers?
Yes.
Sauce.
I know, right?
Sauce.
This dude.
Can I have a look
Look at
inside
this
the
dude.
box?
Yes, you may.
Pull out a crowbar, open up the box.
Yeah, so... the rest of the party can come up to this situation as well if they would like,
Yeah.
because...
I'll be like 10 feet away.
Kai's hanging back.
I'm with Kai.
Flair?
I'll just kind of stand and watch. Because these people are idiots.
Well, Kiko and Ishak are at this boat, and the man in the boat sort of like leans to the side and reaches for a bucket questioningly.
From a distance, do I see that like they're aiming for like a weapon of some sort to defend themselves?
Perception check,
Sure.
low DC.
Sure.
Fucking
I have a,
think it's a
I have a
weapon.
-1. I don't see shit. I still don't see shit. That's a 6.
6. You can't tell from where you are.
Okay.
It might be a weapon.
Chill.
Might not be a weapon, but still, his hand sort of hovers near the bucket.
No funny business.
Looking at you, Ishak.
Yeah.
Um,
You can start trying to bail out your boat. I don't mind.
and he kneels down and starts bailing out the boat as best he can.
Can I use a crowbar to open up the boxes?
Yes, you can.
Oh, yeah, I forgot you have a crowbar.
Are there shiny things in there?
Box at the front. It's the box is designed to be open, so you don't need to roll to do anything. As you lodge in this crowbar, the crate flips off the lid of the first box. What would be inside? What would be smuggled?
Smuggled
Guns,
Gonna be your
gunpowder,
mum.
poisons, weapons, drugs.
Probably
money.
like in this box some like daggers and some general weaponry, but weapons aren't the hardest thing. It's probably things that they don't want taxed via just
Tobacco.
bringing it in via the gates and stuff.
Booze.
So probably some booze, some like metals as well, like iron and just like generally not raw, but fairly unrefined materials being brought in. And you crack open a few boxes. That's cool. And I'll sort of give you the general vibe, and if you're looking for specific things, I can tell you about specific things. There's probably some fancier food, that like some clams and stuff that probably has higher tax on it for luxuries and things like that. Some bolts of cloth, some poisons, but not any big barrels of gunpowder,
Yeah.
which I think is what you're after.
Ishak will grab all the vials of poison and all the metals.
Nice.
All the metals?
Yeah.
There's
Frag
a lot
bomb.
of metals.
Frag bomb.
Like
Like a crate full?
a crate full.
Ishak will just take the crate.
What?
Roll me a strength check.
Well, it's a rowboat, isn't it?
It's like
That's-
a big.
That fits in a sewer.
So, it's like from like here to like here in width, and it's like a flat bottom boat.
Yeah.
Have you seen Peaky Blinders?
No.
Okay.
I think I know the scene you're talking about, like the old like ferries.
I think so.
Like they have in like English canals.
Yeah.
Yeah.
And
So
they
how
could-
big is the crate?
the crate's like a big proper like
You're not carrying
big
that.
like
Full of
industrial
metal.
crate, like a
Oh.
half to 2/3 your size, full of metal, which is
What's the boat made out of? Wood.
wood.
Okay.
Can I start just filling my backpack with as much iron, like the metals that would be very good in explosives?
Roll me.
Honestly, any metals. Ishak doesn't know. Ishak
Yeah.
just grabs metals.
I was gonna say you could roll me a check to figure out which metals are best for explosives, which I'll also figure out at the same time. But if you're just grabbing metals,
Yeah.
that's cool. Roll
Roll
me
the
a
poison
strength
as
check.
well. Just a flat strength check or an
Just a
athletics?
flat strength check. To you could
Let's
add
go.
athletics. Just for how much?
I'm natural 20.
Unnatural 20. Okay.
Strong boy.
Yeah, I've got 17 strength.
How much? Just like you're fairly tall.
Just a little bit.
A big hiking pack is probably like 40 kilo.
Yeah, most of the stuff's strapped to the outside. I don't have that
And you-
much like big stuff in there.
You've already got some stuff on you, so I'll say you can grab like 20 kilo of metal pretty easily to fit into your
Dope.
loading. And they're all sort of like in these bar shapes and stuff. So you've got like actual metal ingots. I think
20.
ingot is the correct word.
Ingot, yes.
20 kilo of metal ingots. And how
Um,
much poison do I get?
And for easiness sake, I'll say you get a poisoner's kit, which sort of has a expenditure amount of like 10 uses.
Stop making poison.
Because it's a proper export that you've just interrupted on accident.
Poisonous kit. Oh my.
Where were you taking the goods, boys?
Sorry.
Mm.
The one at the oars is sort of staying quiet and staying just out of the scene, and the one at the front is the one communicating
Which
with
one
you
looks
the
more
most.
scared? One of yours?
The one at the front looks most scared.
Okay.
But not to say the one at the oars doesn't look scared. And the one at the front is like, we were just taking it in. Not really giving you exacts.
I'm not a smart girl, but I know that pretty things like this don't really belong in a dirty place like this. So, you gotta tell us where? Pretty please.
Just about.
That's not the right answer, sweetie.
Would you like to roll me an intimidation check to see
Sure.
just
Can
how?
I grant advantage on it?
Yes, you may, as you're very.
Intimidating.
You've got
Large glaive.
better yet a crowbar.
Crowbar and blade.
Which would you like?
16?
One
16?
hand cut, one hand beat.
I don't have any proficiency at any persuasion skill.
Intimidation.
Never possible.
Yeah, I know,
I should have done that. I have a better. No, it's one. Actually, it's kind of double bladed. It's like you see it.
Roll a 2.
It's fucking like.
Modifier. Can't say that.
I know.
I'm pretty sure it is double bladed, but one's like a. One end's like slashing, the other end's like a.
You
hacking.
you
It's
know
like-
about the you know about
Crowbar twist.
Get it out.
smuggling, right?
Like a saw blade on the other side.
I just learned about this today. Oh, you're one of those smugglers.
A wave of confusions mixed with fear starts to come across his face. Yes, we're
Well, where are you
Just-
sending the goods to?
heading further in up to the dock inside. Surely, what are you doing down here?
That's none of your
I
business,
thought-
sweetie.
I punch him.
Are you intending to knock him out?
No, just punching him for like insolence.
Okay,
Yeah.
good. Roll me an attack roll. Low DC.
You
This
don't
is
want to
really
make
dark.
Ishak mad.
21.
Mirror to
21.
stare into.
Do you want to roll me damage?
No, it's 4 flat.
4 flat damage.
Insolent boy!
I told you not to make him mad.
Do not question us.
He stops paling with the bucket once you hit him. Please, I'm heading inside. I'm heading inside. The mad gangs. They to the right. Just.
This is a really dark mirror to stare into because this is exactly how I'd react as Flo. I'd be like, beat the shit out
But
of
Flo
someone.
slays, so it's
Plus-
okay.
I'm gonna
Ishak
get.
also slays, but in a
Yeah.
different slay.
Yeah.
Yeah, you don't have a wholesome cleric. You have a rabid one.
Ishak- There's no wholesome cleric, and Ishak is slay in the way of burning villages.
Yes.
Rather than gay.
Gay.
Gay slay.
Galay.
Yeah. There's the gay slay and there's the sacking a village slay.
Yes.
Not mutually exclusive. You can be slays.
You can slay both ways.
Yes.
And in fact, I do.
I would like to get on the boat with Ishak and approach, like, you know, the one at the front, the one that just took the punch, and I'm just gonna like kneel down, like to their eye level, with my tails just sort of like twisting and spinning around. I'm just like,
Look, you're obviously very scared, and that's very unfortunate for you. Well, here's the thing. Here's what you're gonna do right now, okay? You're gonna get out of the boat. You're gonna go back the way you came. You're not gonna tell a single soul about us. Because if you do, and then my eyes are just gonna go sort of like black and voidy. Because otherwise, my friend Terrence might have to come and visit you while you sleep. And you really don't want to meet Terrence when he's angry.
Oh my god.
Now why don't you go and forget this ever happened?
and then the eyes go back to normal, like a blue and green.
Eyes dart from you to Ishak to you to Ishak.
Ishak's eyes flare red.
He just sort of gets up and sort of
Blow him a kiss.
there's like enough of a gap between the boat and the edge that he does make as he jumps off, and the guy behind him who's just been like sitting in the shadows of the boat does the same thing as they both just sort of ditch the boat and head towards the exit. Thankful to have their lives with them, but still afraid of the potential threat of whoever else they might be responsible to. And as you stand in this boat, it does continue to sink.
Hey guys, can one of you like fix a hole in the boat real quick? We've got a ride.
Okay.
It's actually meant to be there as well.
Okay. I like come out from my hiding place.
The hole in the front is rather big.
How big?
Like,
Give me feet.
I wish it took shape order as a cantrip. God damn
You
it.
have mending, right?
Yeah.
what's the range of mending?
1 foot.
1 foot. It's a little bit larger than 1 foot. It's like, it's
Okay.
like 2 to 3. It's
So
like a
like
big.
What did you
blast.
guys do to the
But-
fucking bird?
We shot like 4 Eldritch blasts at it.
But only the top of the hole currently is like in the bottom of the hole. I mean, is in the water. As the boat sinks down, the rate of water coming through speeds up.
Start from the bottom and work up.
Started from the bottom, no.
Is there anything in the boat to repair it?
Can I use a crate lid?
Yeah, that's what I'm wondering. Do we have any?
There's no specific things, but there's plenty of like just odds and ends in the boat of materials, and there's bolts of cloth, there's
Sure.
metal, there's wood.
I would like to try and scavenge whatever I can, and I'd like to try and fit it in the hull of the boat. So it's not exactly in, but Ren should be able to mend the
Mend
outside,
it.
right?
Yeah,
Mm.
we merge our
Okay.
abilities.
Yeah.
As of note, mending is a DM descriptive thing. You don't have to say yes to it. You can 100% say mending only works for an object with the original
Yeah.
materials.
So it's up to you.
No, this is a fun idea and is cool. And I'll say that as you sort of, you have to like bridge the gap with 2-ish pieces. So you've got like maybe what would you prefer, wood or cloth for the center?
Wood. Absolutely wood.
So you like put these 2 bits of wood up together as you've got to like patch it out, and it takes you a little bit. It takes you maybe like a good almost 5 minutes of just sort of sitting there. Menders, one of you would have to bail the boat at the same time as water's also coming
Ishak will
in.
just be bailing the boat, I guess. That's what Ishak's good at.
But it is ultimately effective in the long run, as this boat now has this sort of like. Imagine there was like. There's a thing in Photoshop called like the generative fill, where it sort of like matches up random bits, and it doesn't quite like look. And if you look at it, it's the bits of wood only like sometimes match together, but
Can the bits that I've repaired have like a really slight rainbow sheen to it?
sure,
No.
sure, just
it's
like
not
around the
safe.
edges.
Iridescent.
Like it was an item that you've got to grab in a game, just around the edge.
Once it's done, I'm gonna look at Flo and I'm gonna open up the backpack full of ingots and the poisonous kit.
Look at Flo.
Yeah. No,
Flo!
Wrong campaign!
The kind.
Look, I have to be here.
Persistent everywhere.
Flo would not be okay with this, right? Oh no, pirate! Yeah, pirate. You know what? I
We're
redact
pirating
that.
pirates.
I redact that statement.
It really depends.
Yeah, a little show of the metal ingots and the poisonous
check,
kit.
stealth check.
Ooh, what's that?
Stuff about, you know, things.
Okay.
And stealth.
I'm gonna take some of the ingots.
We could just leave it in the boat and take the boat with us later.
Good idea.
What is it? Don't worry.
Good idea.
Is it? Oh, that is rough. Okay.
The rogue's roguing. The rogue's roguing.
Well, at the very least, you do stand as a. As you've all been doing this, Flair has sort of made her way up the tunnel a little bit to the entrance where she knows the smuggling goes on further down.
Mm-hmm.
And she stands as at least a lookout point that if someone were to cross nearby her, she would know.
Very good.
Can we start rowing the boat down there?
And you may.
We're just going to pretend to be like the shipment of their supplies.
Oh, I'm very good at
Oh,
pretending.
well, I think that, yeah, sure.
And then
Where
we're
are the-
going to just, you know.
Where are the guys? Did they like? Where are the guys?
Fucked off.
I told them Terrence would come for them in their sleep if they tried anything, so it's okay.
Oh. Okay. Do we want to like go looking as we are? I can turn into one of the guys.
I mean, they don't know they don't know my face. I'm not
Yeah,
gonna know
but
your
like,
face.
what if they're expecting one of those guys?
Like mime just choking someone.
I mean, yeah, if you want to, I think that'd be probably a good idea.
Yeah, I could pretend to be one of those guys. Which one was like the cooler one?
The guy with the beanie.
The guy with the oars looks slightly less terrified, but I think they are both ultimately spineless.
Okay,
They lack
Yeah.
conviction.
I can act like that maybe. I don't know. Okay.
And I can be like your girlfriend or something like that. And that's why I'm on it. That's why I'm on.
Why
the ship.
why couldn't you just be a smuggler?
I'm a girlfriend and a smuggler. Why can't I be both? I can do
Sure,
whatever I
yeah.
want.
If that's what works for you.
Okay. Sure.
Perfect.
Chuck starts rowing.
Zoom. You change into this figure.
That cooler one.
I do remind you there is a snail on your head.
I'll take the snail.
Someone else can have the snail.
Yeah, just to like, not remind you later
I'll-
on to be like,
can
and
I-
by the way.
Wait, what was the snail's name again? Sparkle?
Sparkles.
I ask
Get
Sparkles
a
how they're
bite.
doing.
Are you okay, Sparkles?
Sparkles was real ominous last time.
Yeah,
so it's
like
fine.
really like ill omen, like oh.
Deep voice as well, I think.
Yeah, deep voice.
My existence is sustaining. I am well.
I don't know why it
That's
reminds me
good.
of Darth Maul from Clone Wars so much.
Yo, base.
The snail
That's
with robot legs comes back with.
Yo, actually, yeah.
You're not scared?
Scared. Once. Not again.
Oh, tell me everything. What were you scared of?
Are you taking the snail at this point?
Yeah, I'll be taking Sparkles.
Lift, arm. Well, how does it happen?
Carl's on one shoulder, Sparkles can be on the other.
Sure. So you like hold out an arm and
Mhm.
Sparkles sludges along to your shoulder.
Oh, is this good for your skin?
No.
It's good for my hair.
I feel
Well,
like,
we're gonna find out.
like you do genuinely feel like a light sort of
Like numbness.
not
Like
Smell
swellness.
juices drugs.
like
Highness.
it's sort of like a bit salty. So like it's
I'm used
not
to that.
hydrating at anything.
Okay.
Apparently, salt water makes an excellent.
I grew up in
exfoliant.
salt water. That's chill.
Does it?
Yeah,
Ah.
salt water was good for my eczema when I was little.
It is good for your skin.
That's why I lie in salt piles in the docks.
I just lick them.
And,
Stop licking it.
the end. Knowledge.
Just a rock.
I'll just like.
It's like those horses that have
idle.
like the salt lick.
What?
You know the horses that have the salt lick?
Yeah.
The salt lick.
Yeah.
Oh, the white girl is coming for the salt rock and lick it.
Says Ishak from the back of the boat. Yeah, very good. Now, you have a current setup of a disguised figure at the front of the boat, Ishak rowing the boat, and the rest of you,
They lick it.
would you like to hide?
I will.
Just a gun pointing out like a bundle of fabric. Question.
I mean,
Wait, get in the crate and then like. Surprise!
I would like to keep an eye out from. I'm gonna be as stealthy as possible, so nobody's seen it. But I would like to keep an eye out for any symbols or any like writing on the sewer system at all, like any passages. If it helps, I know thieves can't, so yeah, I'm really looking for anything like that.
2 rolls for me then. 1 perception, 1 stealth.
Advantage on the stealth.
Okay.
Remember that.
Well, I rolled my perception first. It's only a 12.
Okay.
Um,
It'll apply later anyway. Like, we're
and
not up to
advantage
the...
on stealth.
Yeah, lasts until I say it goes away.
Nice.
A 16. for me.
Excellent. Stealth?
Yeah. Yeah, I'll be. Yeah.
Would you like to join them on the boat? Okay.
9.
I'm just gonna kind of keep sort of
9.
Like, along the way.
I'm too busy playing with my hair.
already
We are stealth roll before was excellent, so...
You slay.
I know.
9. Kiko, like, is sort of, like, behind one of the barrels, but, like, a little obviously, eyes poking over the top. They're sort of...
The horns are just like.
Maybe better yet, like, Kiko's hole underneath the barrel, but it's
The
just, like...
horns. Yeah.
horns.
That. That's nice.
And can someone roll a stealth check for...
I don't want
Lucky.
to touch the dice.
You can roll one of
Yeah,
your
give
own
it to
dice.
me. I'll touch the dice.
It just needs to be a d20.
Oh.
And?
whoops.
Oh, 3, so that's bad.
Maybe. I think he's got some stealth benefits.
It wouldn't be that high, though, would
But disadvantage.
it?
Oh,
Oh, because of his armor.
No, I rolled a 15, so that's lower. So that's only an 8.
only an 8? That's okay.
Oh, I did better.
As he's sort of got to stay at a certain height to row the oars still, and he sort of tries to fold himself down, but he's just so long and tall that he still, again, pokes up above the general mass of items aboard the boat. But still, not an unexpected position for someone to be either. It's going to be dark, so who knows if he will be spotted or not. And you travel along the way. The boat pushing forward, and you do make it all the way to this smuggling dock. There is a gentleman sort of with a top hat and sort of general, like a top hat and a vest, but not like a fancy one, more of like an industrial one,
So you
as
got,
he's on that sort of upper middle class border,
Yeah.
pretty much.
I rolled a 15.
And he hails you,
I'm
Ran.
so sorry.
Oh, welcome.
Hello.
Good to see you, Gordon.
Good to see you too.
Come, we shall unload your boat further up.
Thank you very much.
Well done.
Roll a deception check for me.
Surely I get advantage because
You can.
I am
Oh,
the guy.
absolutely.
Okay.
Space.
Can you use his passive insight? Because he's pretty comfy. This is as anticipated and who he anticipated.
Alright.
That's okay.
It's an 11.
11?
Oh.
That's alright.
Stop rolling shit.
Ah, sorry.
Get
New
good.
dice.
Get good,
Yeah.
scrub.
He knocks on a wall behind him. And a little further ahead in the tunnel. This visage drops, and there's this gate across the tunnel wall that also lifts at the same time. Portcullis, I believe, is the fancy word for it. And it's a bit of a weird angle for the boat because there's not so much wiggle room for the boat, but it's at enough of an angle that the boat only has to turn slightly and sort of enter, which it can do because this system is designed for it. And you enter. And it's a lot brighter in this room. This new room that you've entered, there was nothing like the sewers before except in the construction of the walls. You presume that you're underneath the warehouse that you were before, that was mentioned before, and you see about you there's this middle alley that sort of is filled with water and goes to the center of the room. There's 5 men in this room. One which is the man with the top hat and the vest who sort of follows in around, also walking along the portcullis way as there's a bit of a room for people to enter in and out. But this room is filled with even more goods, of just even more random and various things of smuggled variety. There is these 4 men who now approach your boat. They're not actively looking for any of you, and not intimately familiar with the workings of the system either. The man with the top hat speaks to you, Gordon. Goes,
Go, Gordon.
who's that up the back there?
Gordon
Pointing
Ramsay.
at a rather buff and tall figure leaning down a bit to row the boat.
We ran into some trouble before we entered, and I lost my other friend, and this gentleman here helped me when the people were attacking me.
A likely story.
So I nearly died. It was horrible. They killed my other guy.
They killed Kevin.
Yeah, so
Would I be anywhere sneaking around?
True.
Would I know any of these people close to me?
So,
Kevin.
we'll do that in 1
Okay,
second.
yeah, I'll go.
I owe my life to this man.
Poor Kevin.
Roll me a deception check, as he's on board with you for the most part, but it could be deception or persuasion, because what you're mostly trying to convince him of is this guy's validity to be here.
It's a 19 for both.
He's halfway into it,
Slay.
and he's like,
Just a dice.
Yes.
all
Just
right.
Yes, Dad.
He does not trust, or and an eye is like a raised eyebrow drifted across in Ishak's direction.
I
But
know this isn't usually procedure, but it's also not procedure to die on the job all the time. And it was incredibly stressful, and I just...
it's been a weird week.
It has.
I am available for hire if you require any
I
assistance.
thought you were gonna say Ishak was security.
I was gonna go with the light of, oh, he had cholera.
We might take you up on that, actually.
Gordon.
Bothered.
Perfect.
Bothered.
Me when I'm
Bothered.
bothered about something.
Bothered, get his details, could you?
God, I'm so bothered.
And this guy wearing these yellow and black gloves comes up to you and with All the other 4 people are wearing these yellow and black gloves that make their hands real chunky. And he sort of presents you with a paper and pen.
I write down Stephen Peter.
Oh, do you know Evan Peter?
Everyone keeps saying that to me. I haven't met him. I feel like we would get along. Maybe. I'm not super sure. I haven't met him.
Oh,
Fat boy.
Fat-
Fat boy.
Fair boy.
Fair boy.
Did I mention the name of the guy with the top hat?
No.
I think I
No.
So you have entered this room behind everyone and sort of still sticking to the corners. The focus of everyone was on this boat that arrived with a curious gentleman in replace of poor Kevin, who they now presume to be dead.
Real fucking awkward. He walks around the street. Deserter.
I need another name. I will actually put this to the table for the fun of it. Man with the top hat has a name that Flair knows because Flair is a bit more...
Callahan.
Callahan?
That's base.
Yeah.
You like Callahan?
Callahan's
That's
cool.
his last name though. He doesn't go by his first name.
The fat controller.
The fat controller
Thomas.
Callahan.
Thomas Callahan.
The fat
Wait,
controller.
Fat
Thomas
controller.
Callahan.
Yeah.
Called himself the fat controller.
Because he's
Thomas
controlling the
Callahan.
smuggling operations. And he's fat with goods.
Now, would
So,
I be in an alliance or be in an acquaintanceship with said Thomas Callahan?
so with your previous sort of understanding, Thomas was a bit of an in for you. You knew that Thomas was a criminal and that he was associated and not always aligned with you, but Thomas is aligned with money. And you had set up a deal with him and arranged to get your package out of the city. And so Thomas Callahan has been paid by you before and was anticipating your arrival like a day or 2 ago, but you never arrived.
So slightly.
So you are aware of Thomas Callahan,
And he knows who I am?
and he does know who you are.
Okay. I'm gonna come out of the shadows.
Yeah.
I'm
Sorry.
gonna be like,
So sorry.
Callahan, good to see you.
Oh. Hello, Flair.
These are my package.
This one.
No, the boat. In the boat, on the boat, is my package.
Gordon.
No.
Hi,
just
my
someone
name
else.
is Gordon.
Yes, we know Gordon.
Just double checking with everyone.
Gordon
I
got
just-
hit in the
I
head.
just paid Gordon to give me an extra hand.
Also, Kevin died and this gentleman saved us.
Yeah. Yeah.
Yes.
That makes sense.
Yep.
This is very unusual.
Because I was there.
Yes, you were.
How unusual.
Well, you've told me the details.
Yes. Do I need to go do my employment inside?
You
and
can
all
do that later.
Well, are you sure? Let me
Yes.
inside. You don't want me inside
No.
to do my employment?
Well, you can take it back out, I suppose, but we would like to take our goods off the boat.
Oh, yes, of course. I am happy to take it inside and unload as to keep my package safe and secure.
No, that's our job to unload it. There's a lot to unload. We're on a
that's fine.
schedule.
That's fine. I can do it quick. I've got these guys. They're fast.
Am I still on the crate?
You're hidden behind a crate, and Holly is also Kai is also hidden away.
And was looking.
We'll help. No, sorry. You could say
if
something
I
more to
said-
try and convince him.
If I said that I had an extra hand in the boat,
You don't think that would persuade him. You see that these other 4 men are wearing, Bovid and the other 3 are wearing these yellow and black gloves, which you know to be industrial gloves that allow you to move a lot heavier items than you usually would. You know them to be magical. And this is sort of like the crew that generally does a quick up job of like the upkeep and the just general availability of the space and using the boat. And so that's their job, and they're not willing to. That's why they're specifically
I'm gonna
jobbed to do this.
walk Callahan over to like the side a little bit.
Okay, Callahan. Understanding your understanding, follows you away from the people to a bit more of a secluded corner. You can still all see it, just they're now corresponding.
How much money do I have?
Let's
'Cause
figure
I
this
would've
out.
Had to pay for the thing.
You would have. It would probably have been like something like 100 gold that you've already paid him.
Yeah, but then
And-
as well as like
Roll me a d8, and that times 10 will be how much gold you have on you currently.
what's a D8?
I can give you one if you want, or Lucky can.
70.
70. It's a good amount of gold.
It's very good, my God.
Okay, cool.
Put it in your mouth.
You'll get tip extra if you put more dice in your mouth.
In your mouth with coin. Each dice is coin.
Is that if I'm like
What?
I don't want to do it. No, I won't.
We're on a bit of a schedule now, sorry, so I might chug you
That's
along.
lovely. Okay, I'm gonna offer him 20 gold
4,
to let me unload.
40, and you have a deal.
40,
40 gold.
25,
35.
30,
32.5.
29.
35.
This guy not stupid.
A little bit.
20, and I don't report you.
Stitches get stitches.
Deal.
Done.
He flips his top hat.
Yeah, I'm popping
You
you.
pop in 20 gold, and he flops it back onto his head.
Alright.
Just
Based. That's fun. I like
Can
that.
we take the gloves as well?
I want it done quickly. Return them after you're done.
Good deal.
He looks around to his crew. Boys, we have a unanticipated break to attend to upstairs.
So slay.
And
Alright, let's go.
he eyes you, and his men travel upstairs. Get the job done right. Unload the boat.
Will do.
Finish it up.
Can I pick up a crate then to help unload the boat?
You
Do we
can,
have to-
but on a table, sort of off amongst the shelves and shelves of boxes and crates, he has left the 4 gloves that are the lifting gloves.
Okay.
And you no longer have to stealth as the room has been cleared.
Okay.
Can
I'm
we
gonna
come out now?
get Kai
Yes, you
and
can.
Thanks, George.
tell
Is it George?
him
Gordon.
where to find
Gordon.
gunpowder. Would it be in the same room or?
So you take Kai out of the boat, or at least you gesture to Kai.
Mm-hmm.
Does Kai
Yeah.
and Blair
Blah blah blah.
Blah, blah, blah.
Flair
Blah blah blah.
leads you to the back of the room, to one of the back corners, where there's this very clearly sectioned out, sort of like there's warning signs and things like that.
This is where the good shit is.
Mm.
Where
Shiny
there's
things?
4 barrels
Easy gunpowder.
of, well, Flair would know, of gunpowder and other explosives.
Can,
And we have a boat too.
Is it easy to open one of the barrels?
Fairly easy.
I'd like to open it up and inspect it.
Well, it's sort of like half a screw top lid, not quite,
Yeah.
but still in a way that you are familiar enough with that you can crack it open.
Mhm.
And inside is sort of like a 2.5, 3/4 full barrel of gunpowder.
Right.
You can sort of dig a finger in and inspect it up close, and roll me an investigation check if you would.
Can I roll an investigation check for any
Not great
shiny,
for me.
shiny wealth, valuable materials?
Yes, you may.
Yeah.
Only 15.
15. It's of a slightly higher quality than the one you normally use for your gun. As yours is a little slap and tackle unrefined, as you've sort of made it on the go. Whereas this looks made in a more specific functioning. Excellent gunpowder. And 3 barrels full.
So there's
Sure.
3 or 4 barrels.
Did I say 4 before?
Yeah.
I meant 4.
That's
Cool.
Sorry.
Sure.
Can I be like, can we get, like, do you think 2 will be enough to get rid of the warehouse? Or like...
I would probably hazard a guess of saying yes, 2 would be enough to get rid of the
The warehouse that you're currently in. Okay.
So, oh, yo, we could blow it up from the bottom.
Yeah, that's what I was thinking.
15.
And then take the other 2.
Oh, well.
Yeah.
15. There are sort of these wooden boxes sort of positioned in a different area, sort of more towards the portcullis side of the room, that you flick open, and there's a various assortment of jewelry and stuff inside. Nothing with huge diamonds and stuff in it, except for like, it would take you time to sort through it, but lots of like very nice gold necklaces and steel that's been forged into like different figures and stuff.
If there's like bracelets and stuff, I like clamp them like around my forearms and like my biceps, some around the ankles. Put on some like any earrings that are there, and any nice jewelry. I want to bling myself out. I'm like, oh, this is stunning.
Can I be packing ingots into like 2 of the barrels?
Into the
Into the gunpowder barrels, just putting like full ingots into them.
sure.
To make them.
Oh, the frag!
Boom!
Oh my god!
Gold brick to the head.
I was just like, you've given me ingots and barrels. I could just make frag but big.
You put these like
One of the workers comes just an ingot goes through the head like a
you put an
railgun.
assortment
That's
of ingots
fucked
into this
up.
barrel. There's other barrels
That's
with
fucked
ingots
up.
in it as well.
Yeah, I'm
so
using.
it's not even from your
Yeah.
current pack. It's just
Oh my god!
you filled 2 of these barrels, I believe you said,
Yeah,
with ingots.
and move like one to the other side of the room and the other one on one side, and then I'll pick up one and take it back to the boat.
One.
I'll pick
I'll
up one of them.
One of the other ones.
Special gloves.
Yeah,
Yes.
sure.
Are
Yeah.
these ones that you're taking out?
We're taking 2, we're leaving 2.
Okay, cool.
Before they do that, I'm gonna quickly write a note and just be like, remember the deal, here's an extra 5. And
5
pop it on the
gold.
table
Okay.
so we can keep
Yeah, they're
gloves.
gonna make it out.
We'll be fine.
They're
No,
all
no, no,
fine.
to keep the gloves. Like, the 5 is to replace the gloves.
Sure.
They were gonna die.
Um,
Their gloves were there.
We've added more fragments of the coins.
Ren.
Oh, I'm Gordon right now.
Gordon.
I've just realised
Ren's method acting at the moment.
would there also be poison and stuff in the warehouse?
There would be more poison in the warehouse.
Yeah, can I scope it for any cool magical shit too?
Big old investigation for me again.
Can Ren go up to Kai and give Kai a triangle?
Absolutely.
A triangle.
A guidance roll allows you to add a
I don't
D4.
call it guidance. It's triangle.
For all,
triangle.
for all the jewelry, what do I write in my inventory? Just like a large assortment
21.
of jewelry.
21.
And you can
Right.
aesthetically, whatever you like. Sort of
Sweet.
thing.
Thank you.
21, excellent.
Should be that shit.
What would be in the warehouse? I'm gonna roll for
I
it.
gotta read.
Multiply
My
Jared's
hero forge now.
Whoa! What are you after, Holly?
I'm after all the cool shit.
Can you give me something more
Specifically,
specific?
I know Ishak likes poison. I'm gonna look for poisons. I'm also gonna look for any magical artifacts.
Things that violate the Geneva Conventions.
Anything that looks like it could be helpful with my firearms.
Is that right?
Or my inventing.
I think
So any like tools or anything that'd be cool like that.
We'll take a small pause here.
Yeah.
Was too well.
There's a moment
I know that.
specific to you, Kai. You're standing here in this room, and you feel a sense of deja vu for a sudden. Just this sort of otherworldly sense that you know, and there are things, and so unexplainable are these emotions to you that, as of today, we don't even have words for them. You walk across the room, and there's this one classic to tropes of like Holy Grail and stuff like that. This one ugly looking chest. Ha, no one picks the ugly looking chest. And you flick it open. And inside is this cog. Just a single small cog that you pick up and will feel will be very useful to your gun.
John?
Gun upgrade.
Flip it around. It's very simple looking, very sweet.
No.
But you find this cog. Amongst 20 more uses of your poisoner's kit, you can pretty much...
Random question. I'll ask Kyle this. Would the poison turn into a gaseous form when added to fire?
What kind of napalm them?
Oh
I'm
my
gonna say
god.
poison gas.
Mustard gas to be.
Depends.
Some of them, not others. But if you set fire to the room, likely...
Can I take the ones that will turn into a poisonous gas?
So what you see is past this warning sign where the gunpowder barrels were, there was included in that, it was just sort of like the don't fuck around with this section of the room. Like no sparks around that section of the room. Be careful, don't knock things over.
Shoving.
Yeah. So yes, you can take them, and yes, that will be.
So I'll take half the ones that turn into poisonous gases.
I don't want to make it too broken, but I do want you to have fun. So I'll say you have 3 outside uses of it, and there's a ton that will you figure out if you leave the rest of what's there. It will
3 vials of poison that turns into danger gas.
Danger gas.
Would there be any sort of counterfeit money?
not particularly sorry, not in this area. Which you would know
Yeah.
with what gets smuggled through here.
That's what they smuggle.
Is there anything else you would like to do? As your time is sort of slowly chugging along and building up.
I'll get back on the boat once I'm kind of blinged out.
Yeah, so we've got the 2 barrels of gunpowder.
Is it like a random plant or something in the room?
No, not plants, sorry. They don't really keep up with that sort of stuff.
I'm just like wondering if there's something Ish I could get for Ren.
Yeah, I
Just
was gonna
randomly.
say- that's what I was thinking. So
That's
it's
like-
right.
I'm busy.
There's
Yeah.
like,
I'm just chilling.
banana leaves and stuff, but they're sort of like industrially packed to make use of crates and room and stuff.
Is there like
that.
something like kind of like, I don't know, rainbowy?
Yeah, what can we steal for
what would be
rent?
very
I'm trying to think.
Cloth? There's probably some very
Rent?
deliciously patterned cloths.
Yeah, sure. Ish I could pick up a spool of that.
You sort of flick through these spools of cloths, trying to find one that's suited to Ren, and they're all sort of got this grey tint to them. They're not particularly
It's
pleasant.
depressing.
It is a bit depressing. It's about a nat one's worth of
Oh,
depressing.
yeah.
Oh.
Is there any, like... Oh, I don't know. I don't know if I know anything like that. What kind of random trinkets are there? Like, what weird shit is there here?
There's like a music box, probably. That's a
I'm gonna
random
take that shit.
I'll look across the car and be like, for him?
Ren's just sitting in the boat as Gordon, be like, I'm a boat person.
I come out.
like, my shift's only got another hour.
Hey Gordon! And I get it back on the boat. I'm like, so which one do you like more? Do you want this one? I'm like holding up all these like different necklaces and rings and bands. Like, which one would you like? Which one is more your thing?
I mean, I already have like 2. I have the Robin necklace that Kai got me, and the raccoon necklace that Kai
Okay.
also got me.
Okay, how about this?
Gosh, stealing
I'll
random
grab-
shit for rent.
I'll grab one of the like a pair of like armbands or something like
Yeah.
that's like kind of flashy and bling. I'll take one off. I'm like, you put that on.
Golden armbands.
Puts it on. My sleeves are puffy, so now it's like a puffed out sleeve. Oh, bad puff out.
It goes behind the illusion.
No,
Okay,
it's
you can't see it.
Ren's actual clothes.
Yeah,
are
my
puffy.
actual
Oh.
clothing is puffy, so it's like a puffed out sleeve armband and a puffed out sleeve again.
Excellent.
It'll look really cute when you change.
I'm
Good question.
Oh,
There- a gun?
removes disguise self and just goes like, wow.
now we have
Investigation
matching.
That's not good.
Oh.
2. No gun. I can't run a gun.
Oh my god.
So guns are a bit like how I described them to Holly originally was a bit like
A
Right.
betrayal.
a lot of people sort of understand like the Chinese lion concept.
I'll take
Like
it
it's a bit
back.
mythical to some people, but every once in a while someone has a gun.
Yeah.
I got
Um,
that put on me. I didn't even do anything.
If you
I
don't,
got placed on my arm.
if you don't want it, I'll take it back.
I mean, it kind of doesn't work with my shirt.
Take it back.
Ren went, whoa, savage.
No, like put it in like a different place.
Do you even want it?
Investigation
I got it for
Who?
you. I thought it'd be sweet to have matching jewelry.
Yeah, but don't put it on here.
That's where it's meant to go.
Fuck. I got a +7.
Just on my arm.
Matt, you actually
24.
thank you. 24.
I actually want to know. Like here.
That's not giving me an answer.
Yeah, I like shiny things.
You put a different one on.
Shiny things.
It's very pretty.
I don't think so.
Sorry, I didn't mean to interrupt. Cool.
Fine, I'll get something else later.
A little jilted Kiko walks away.
I'm confused.
I feel betrayed.
I don't
I
know
say to
what
Carl,
happened.
I
I
feel
don't
betrayed.
even know what happened.
It'll be alright, mate.
I got them something shiny that I thought they would like, and they just
Lucian
didn't
walks out of
care.
my house with one of the barrels of gunpowder and puts it on the boat.
What
only
the
shiny
fuck
thing you
is
need
that?
It's right here, and Carl touches you on the heart.
Yeah.
Like the place where your heart would be.
It's okay, you can have a squeeze, and I give him a cuddle.
Crush him.
A beautiful embrace.
Ah.
Flair,
Titties.
you had a very excellent idea, and you rolled a 24 to get it.
Hmm?
Flair,
24 on what? It's crazy.
Looking for
Okay.
documents.
stealth check.
Oh.
Oi.
What?
15 plus 11 is 26.
26.
What?
That beats everyone's passives.
Yeah, my passive is 9.
And
If only Lynn were here.
you're probably at the gunpowder barrels at this point. You're searching, stuff like that. You're gordoning.
I'm not gardening anymore.
Well,
I'm
in the
just right on
timeline, this
boat.
would be just
Okay.
before everyone
I'm
else.
moping.
You go up to this barrel, this box near the table. You flip it open. There's just a rifle of documents that you can pocket. You're like, and I'll tell you about them later because I've got to come up with what's in them.
Yeah, cool. Alright.
I didn't know that.
And with that, I presume you set up a makeshift, like, cartoon line of rope that leads away from the barrels of explosives that you've got in there.
I guess so. I was gonna say we just shoot them.
Are you blowing up this warehouse?
Yeah.
Yes.
But Thomas Callahan!
Yeah,
Yeah.
He probably gonna die, dude.
Okay, on the note, I'm going to quickly write, get out of here while you can.
Oh.
Okay.
I'm not gonna say that, no.
No, fucking see it.
That
No,
gonna
no.
go up in flame before they see it, dog.
You just see like Ishak move one of the barrels to like the side of the room where you're at, and
Try
then walk up.
sharpshooting.
So, you would like to
Okay.
sharpshoot the barrels, or you would like to...
I don't know.
I guess the fuse,
Sure.
because it's more efficient. But can we like soak it so it's faster?
Yeah.
Could I lightning bolt it?
Yes. Yes, you could.
Yeah, goes in a straight line. I can ignite them all at one shot
Yeah.
from like 100 feet away.
I would like someone... I would like
Yes, 100 feet away.
Kai to roll me a... pretty much another investigation check, or a nature check,
So good.
or...
Can I triangle?
You can triangle. Something to sort of
Triangle?
gauge these barrels, because I don't want to... I want to give you ample warning.
26.
26.
Triangle.
You suspect
Oh,
that...
for investigation, sorry.
Still
26 for investigation.
excellent.
If it's nature, 20 non-natural.
Beautiful. You suspect you don't want to be in, like, the room or the attaching sewer
Yeah.
when this goes off.
Would 100 feet be far enough?
You're unsure.
Okay.
Well, we're just gonna go around a corner on that, so I think maybe the fuse then.
Yeah.
Ishak will be like, go, 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 go. We'll have like a fuse.
You fuse this barrel, and you chug it. You put the rope in, and you lead the rope far enough away in sort of this winding path around the room that you can spark it on one end.
Yeah.
You'll use a cantrip, or will you use like a actual sparking device of some kind?
Good, actually.
I have a tinderbox, is that?
Yeah, I've
makes
got one
things
as well.
easier.
Yeah, I'll just use a tinderbox.
tinderbox
Oh.
as a very cartoon effect. This it begins to like
Is the
trail
boat faster
slowly.
than us running?
If Ishak and I both row.
One or each, yeah.
If I cast,
Mediumly.
if I cast
Uh,
create,
not exactly, but not very much slower either.
if I cast create water and sort of create it in a motion where it gives us like a bit of like a ramp to like
Nice.
propel us, would that make us shoot
Sure,
faster?
sure.
Yo.
Because I can
That'd be
create
fun.
because I can create like a 30-foot cube of water, so I can shape it how I want. So
Fuck. I was wondering
That
if
is
I
a
could
cute
use
idea.
expedition retreat on the boat, but I can't because it
Yeah,
requires
have to be
me.
self, yeah.
Yeah.
Do you think that the people that were in the warehouse that we sent out would have gone outside of the warehouse for their break?
You're unsure,
nah.
but
We told you we liked murder.
Callahan!
I don't know who
No,
that guy is.
Callahan's.
Okay.
Callahan's better. I didn't get go through his
I'll
rectum.
roll a roll specifically for Callahan to see how lucky Callahan is when.
Okay, cool.
But you light the fuse. You
Okay.
sort of set up the boat so it's ready to leave as best you can.
Mhm.
Connor creates, Kiko creates water behind the
Get
boat,
in the boat.
and you feel this wave sort of like give you a kickstart in your motion. Sparks, and you row, and you row, and you row for a little while, and you make your way out, and nothing happens. You row for a little while longer.
Oh, I'm also back on the boat, by the way.
I presume just that.
No, just in the warehouse looking at the thing, I started running away.
Yeah, you get this character for one session.
They're gone.
Boom! The sides of the tunnel sink inwards behind you as this huge sort of vacuous, I think that's the wrong word, blast sort of cracks these walls, and infrastructure that was built maybe 100 years ago crumples slightly inwards, and the ground around it destroys. Were you above ground to have seen it, though you were below ground at this current time, you see this like upwards blast of walls and like beams that were weight-bearing beams sort of get knocked to the side, which means the roof crumples to the side, but not before being like, with this such enormous amount of gunpowder, not before being like blasted up into the side a little bit, before crashing back down and crumpling all this stone and wood beneath. From the people inside the building, seconds before the blast, they were standing doing their regular old thing, and from the ground emerges these absolute missiles of
Lead.
We cut to a scene of like this guy being like, "So you got any big plans for the weekend?" No, I'm thinking about taking the kids out to the ocean for a beach trip maybe, and then through the sort of up through his like lat and out through his clavicle, this ingot comes just absolutely decimating him. He goes spinning across the room. The physics of it all, as this man, as the other guy he was talking to, just reels back in shock before the flames underneath come and consume the rest of the building. I rolled for Thomas Callahan to see his check,
He's just
and he got a 15, which I'm gonna roll for. I'm just gonna say I'm gonna roll again, and if it's above a 15, he can survive.
I'm gonna cry.
So he's got a 1/4 chance to survive.
25% chance.
He was standing
We're the
outside
bad
the building
guys.
on the edge, but a rogue ingot, like a football throw, spiraled perfectly through the air and just
Penetration.
from lower spine to sort of just from lower spine to the jaw, it enters and exits.
Damn.
Can I be just like before these explosions? I think the ingots were just a really good touch on my behalf. I think they're gonna do some serious damage.
Oh, well, yes.
Oh, is that why you were doing that?
I just watched the steel bar just gets embedded in the sewer wall nearby.
The buildings around are disturbed. The city is in absolute terror as these flames also begin to spread a little, but luckily a lot of the city is not wooden.
Poison gas, dude.
Oh my god, I forgot. This sort of eerie gas exits onto the street with miasma.
We ruined these people's lives.
There are
All
random
of
citizens outside who just start to choke and die.
Bardosh will never be the same after you.
We're sending a message.
Next
it will
time-
not be. We will rule this land.
Next time that we come back, I'll tell you the full impact as you will head upstairs and sort of be able to witness the social happenings of it. Could you cut to big camera?
Yeah.
Oh
But that
my
is the end of tonight's session.
Violation of the convention.
That was a literal war crime.
2
Oh
barrels
my
with them, the
God.
destruction of possibly many Mad Game members, unknown how many have gone, and just a big bad, the big bad, very bad day for the Mad Game family. Thanks for watching. Check out all our links below. I'm going to hurry this along, sorry, but I love you very much, and we will see you next time.
Bye.
Bye.
Perfect.